Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. It has just finished Arsenal 2 Crystal Palace 2. Yeah, disappointing draw at the Emirates today, but overall, yeah, like I keep saying, the mood at the Emirates today sucked. It was flat. And what do you expect from the players when the atmosphere is that way? I don't know if we all kind of given up on the Premier League, but today was just flat, man. You know, it's not the same energy. We got more energy at Ipswich. Well, I don't know if that because we had traveling fans, you know, so they had no choice. But today, just feel like everyone was just kind of, even the players just feel like it felt lethargic today. You know, everyone just kind of took things a bit too slow, too easy, like, you know, type of thing. But hey, can't blame them because we got one eye on the semi-finals against PSG next week. So maybe this was a day where mentally they just switched on to about 60% to see if they can get over the line, and it almost did, if not for, like, you know, a silly mistake towards the end of the game. But hey, let's get into it. Starting lineup, you know, not so different. It actually was kind of strong, even though the few guys didn't show today, like Marino and Ben White were no show today, not even on the bench. But Saka was on the bench. However, we had David Raya starting in goal. Neto again was on the bench, by the way. This guy, I just don't get it. Like, this summer transfer window, don't even let me get back on that topic. So on the right hand side, you're in Timber, William Saliba right next to him as a right-sided centre back, and then Jakub Kiwior as a left-sided centre back, and then Miles Lewis-Kelly at left back today. Down the middle, usual Partey Rice mix, you know, so same recipe again. Then up front was where the difference, you know, you could see a lot of the difference in Sterling starting on the right, Trossard down the middle, and Gabriel Martinelli on the left-hand side. So Trossard and Sterling were the, you know, newbies today. Like I said, Marino was missing today from the squad, and Saka was on the bench. But, you know, still, game starts, we start sharp and fast, because within a minute, in the second minute actually, we win a free kick, and from the set piece we convert through Jakub Kiwior, who was exceptional today. But yeah, like, great ball from Odegaard, and from where Kiwior makes contact with the ball, you would think, like, you know, he needed, you know, to add a little bit more power, but it was such clean contact that it just rifles, you know, right into the back of the net, and the keeper couldn't make a save. And, you know, great header, and just like that, we were 1-0 up. All in cruise control, but still, Palace set up well today. Kudos to them, because they were hard to break down, and they were threatening, because, what, 12 minutes in, they were already threatening, and Nketiah, you know, is kind of through on goal, but, you know, just a scare at the point. Yeah, couldn't convert. But you can see, like, you know, Arsenal were in their strides. Like I said, 60%. Never really needed to get out second gear today, but needed to, you know, kill the game to be able to get in that mood. Just good football played today, I'm not gonna lie. Odegaard was looking sharp as well. The team, they were all looking sharp. Kiwior, I'm gonna get into that guy a little bit later, because he's just seized his opportunity. Saliba was good. You know, Timber was also great, majestic. Miles Lewis-Kelly, strong today. A few, you know, laps here and there in concentration. Actually, it was just a bit of concentration laps all around the team today. You could see Declan Rice was tired. Thomas Partey, incredible again today. Man needs a new contract. I'm not with that whole Zubamendi thing. Like, this guy's built for the Premier League, and you can see he's got like a couple more years in him with his movement today. Sterling, good football through and through, you know, but then anytime, you know, it fell to Sterling to kind of complete it in the final third of a build-up play, he fell short. Still did some good things, you know. Trossard, same thing, got a goal, and then Martinelli. I've just kind of gone through all the players, to let you know everyone actually played well, regardless of us conceding 2 goals. Because come the 26th minute, the first goal we concede from a corner, you can't do anything about it. It was just brilliant from Crystal Palace, training ground stuff, and Ebere Chieze gets great contact from the cross, and the ball hits it into the ground, and the ball bounces all over the defenders, and Raya couldn't get to it, and just like that, it's in the back of the net. So 1-1, Crystal Palace went back to a kind of low block. Their wing backs were playing tight on us. So they had a good shape on them, and it was hard to break them down. Still, come, I think, the 40th minute or so, Trossard gets us through, and we were up 2-1. It was brilliant play, like good football. I said they were playing great football today, and that came from a good build-up play as well. The assist came from Urin Timber, and Trossard, just great skill to get it out of his feet and finish with his left foot. Gets a slight deflection of the defender, but still, all the hard work was done by Trossard, to be honest. And yeah, Crystal Palace threatened a little bit again, and we threatened. Then we go into the half, but then you thought the first half was something to build on, but the first half was all the best football we got today. Because come the second half, not much was going on. It starts off a bit slow. Then Saka comes on, I think we're an hour in. I think he came on for Sterling. And Saka, looking good at some point. He kind of took up Odegaard's position, because eventually Odegaard was taken off for Nwaneri. But before that, we were lucky to escape again, because Raya makes a great save, like in the 65th minute or so, and Rice clears, but then we were just lucky to be in there. Another chance again came begging for Crystal Palace, but they never really converted. Then Martinelli was able to score, and you thought we were 3-1 up, but then by the time we went to VAR, and VAR took forever again to check to see what was going on, because initially they thought like Timber, who provided the cross, what would have been the assist, was offside, but he was clearly onside. But then the thing was, he, the ball, tried to control the ball, but it kind of got away from him. And before he could, put in the cross for Martinelli, the ball was already out of play. So it had to be ruled out. And, we thought we were in cruise control, even though, Palace came, they were knocking on the door, I'm not going to lie, but still, you thought we were in cruise control. And then, come the 80th minute or so, Saliba just dilly-dallies on the ball yet again, just like a deja vu of what we saw at Real Madrid, at the Bernabeu. And, they steal the ball from him, but Mateta, talk about someone doing all the hard work. The ball's a little bit behind him, and Raya was already out of goal, but he chips it perfectly over Raya. He actually has to go off the crossbar to make Ryan not even be able to have a save. He couldn't even dive for it. It was just pure accuracy and great technique from Philip Mateta. And I have to say, I love the guy's celebration. His celebration is reckless, but then I love it. And yeah, that's how we close up the game. We just get ready for our Champions League tie. Today was weird. It reminded me of like 3 seasons ago, because for 3 straight seasons now we've been challenging for the league. But then compared to the last 2, this one was different, because this one we already know is done. Unlike the last 2, where we kind of had to see ourselves through to the final day, and especially last season, this one just is wrapped up already. So it reminds me of the feeling before the seasons we started challenging, where our season was done already. We were probably in 8th position or something, or 9th, or just not doing so well, and just that feeling of indifference around this time kind of came back again. So not pissed off we lost today, not excited that we threw away a 3 points today, and you know, a goal lead, but hey, I'll take the positives where Trossard is looking sharp, Kiwior is looking better than we ever imagined. Man of the match for today. He was colossal today. That's right, Kiwior. He was the better of the two defenders, you know. And just a quick roundup with player ratings. David Raya conceded 2 goals, so he gets a 6 in my book, but you know, pulled off some great saves. Urin Timber gets a 7. He was really good as well, but you know, small lapse in concentration here and there. Also a contender for man of the match as well. William Saliba gets a 5. Unfortunately, he played really well, but up until, you know, that mistake towards the end. Jakub Kiwior gets an 8, man of the match. Did really good today. Miles Lewis Kelly gets 7 as well, just kind of like Timber. You know, sometimes he did let, you know, the attackers through and stuff, and wasn't clean on the ball today all through. Down the middle of the park, Thomas Partey gets a 7 as well. Not so bad. Yeah, a few laps in concentration here and there, but you know, decent game for him, and he just needs a new contract, because I don't know about this Zubimendi or whoever else we're trying to get. Thomas Partey is the best 6 right now that we can possibly imagine. If not him, then Declan Rice. Moving on to Declan Rice, I thought Rice was really good today, but still gets a 7. Odegaard, much better game from him, 7 again. Then up front, Sterling, I'll give Sterling a 6. You know, it wasn't that horrible. Trossard gets an 8 as well with the goal he scored. And then Martinelli gets a 7 as well. He was sharp today. Saka gets a 5, wasn't, you know, that spectacular. Nwaneri, same 5. Who else came on? Tierney came on for Miles Lewis Kelly, same standard 5. Mikel Arteta, probably give him you know, a 5 today. He needed all 3 points, and it's a shame we didn't get it. Yeah, so thanks for watching. We don't have any other football game till the game against PSG in the Champions League. Oh my God, I am buzzing. I cannot wait. All right, thanks for watching. I wish you all love and peace. Remember to subscribe, like the video if you like the video, drop a comment. Let's talk about this football thing, yeah? All right, take it easy. Bye.